Mentor test. This is a similar text to what you will grade at the end of the week. Identify a major theme developed in The Outsiders and analyze two literary devices that author uses to develop this theme. How do these literary devices impact the theme? Use evidence to support your answer. Mentor essay outline. Thesis. Pony Boy's encounters with curses reveal the theme that youthful innocence is special but can be lost easily due to the lasting impacts of trauma. S.A. Hinton uses flashbacks and the motive of staying gold to develop this theme. Argument 1. S.A. Hinton uses flashbacks to highlight how Johnny's experiences with violence have robbed him of a carefree childhood and left him on a vigilant alert. Evidence. It was almost 4 months ago. We were used to seeing Johnny banked up. His father clobbered him around, but those beatings had nothing like this. Page 32. Never walked by myself after that. They had scared him that much. Page 34. Argument 2. S.A. Hinton also uses the motive of staying gold to illustrate Ponyboy's loss of innocent childhood. Evidence. Quotation mark. Nothing gold can stay. End of quote. Page 77. State gold, Ponyboy. Stay gold. End of quote. Page 148. Mentor essay. The Outsiders by S.A. Hinton is a dramatic novel about Ponyboy's experience with classism and violence. Ponyboy's traumatic family past was eased by his trust in his brothers, his friendships, and their enduring bonds. But when the violence in his social world is taken too far, his life changes drastically with tragic results. Ponyboy's encounters with crisis reveal the theme that youthful innocence is special, but can be lost easily due to the lasting impacts of trauma. S.E. Hinton uses flashbacks and the motive of bleeding gold to develop this theme. S.E. Hinton uses flashbacks to highlight how Johnny's experiences with violence have robbed him of a carefree childhood and left him on a vigilant alert. Ponyboy has a flashback to when he found Johnny picked up by the wealthy socials app, saying, "It was almost 4 months ago. We were used to seeing Johnny banked up, his father clobbered him around, but those beatings had been nothing like this." Page 32. This flashback highlights Johnny's experiences with violence both at home and in his social world. In response to being attacked, Ponyboy says Johnny now carried a knife. Never walk away by himself after that. They had scared him that much. Page 34. This emphasizes the ongoing impact of Johnny's trauma and the fact that he can no longer operate like a fearless youth. The flashback to this brutal event emphasizes Hinton's message that the innocence of youth is easily robbed by traumatic events. S.E. Hinton also uses the motif of gold, a symbol for beauty and joy, to illustrate Ponyboy's loss of innocent childhood. When Ponyboy hits the road with Johnny after a fatal fight with the socials, they watch a sunset together, and its beauty reminds Ponyboy of a poem about how nothing gold can stay. Page 77. This concept highlights that while Ponyboy is appreciating a beautiful moment, he is aware that this beauty is fleeting as his enjoyment of life. After another fight, as Johnny is about to die, he says to Pony Boy, "State goal, Pony Boy, state goal," page 148. This again emphasizes Johnny's tragic loss of childhood and also draws attention to the trauma Pony Boy has endured, which robs him of his youthful bonds and security. The motive of gold, being fleeting and impermanent, highlights Hinton's message that youthful joy is fragile and can disappear in an instant. In this story, Pony Boy, his brothers, and his friends are charismatic and enduring youth who have also endured a lot of trauma. As the book continues and the boys experience more brutality and loss, their remaining youthful innocence seems to be stripped away. Pony Boy moves into a realm of adulthood as he begins to consider how he can tell his stories of trauma and those of his closest loved ones. As Hinton uses literary devices such as flashbacks and motive to reveal these deeper meanings and draw attention to the reality that youthful purity is precious and is easily eroded by lasting traumas.